When we were in high school, my mom asked me to order pizza for the family on a Friday night, and I looked at the phone number in the phone book and firmly handed the phone to my order pizza until later on when I stood side to talk to a stranger. Fast forward to the college at University of Illinois, the first time away from my mom's town, and I spent several weeks crying on my dorm. To home such fast in early freshman for parenting, and the first Friday, and I did attend was so disappointing. And I wanted to study my books, apart from my major, and I had to back home to my small town. And the confident behavior I needed to pursue this dream, and were not available. And when I looked around at the confident students working around me and around campus, and hate how height was in this dream that they had set out to achieve, I needed this kind of confidence too. But my behaviors did not align, and with these confident attitudes, crying in my room and shying away from social engagement, not showing up for class because I worried others were smarter than me and were not gonna let me to achieve my goal. And so I knew that it needed to change. Research tells us that in order to get people to change, you need to start with the attitudes and bridge with the behaviors associated with those attitudes. When people can see themselves behavior differently, they then begin to act differently. So the question for me was, who am I? Who do I want to become? So how does this person I want to become behave? The answers were that I wanted to have a successful career, one that means something allowed me to contribute. And for me, that's where I defined as a career as first executive. In order to achieve this goal, I needed to become director more confidently. And I did, because 13 years later, I became the first female general manager of Stripper, and based upon him nearly 20 years. Thank you. I also went to host the Leadership is a Female podcast. Where I interviewed over 19 female executives works in industry that's over 18% of women at manager level, and at the time those women have told me that number one, they improved in order to earn this work at the top of the work industry in confidence, and they, like me, did not possess those confidence necessary to increase their level in their career, and from the get-go they are hard to work on behaviors associated with this attitude in order to rapid their career forward. And I'm here today to share with you the 6 behaviors, and you can start today to increase your confidence. Why is it important to increase your confidence? Well, I think of first, how would you behave or what you could achieve if you were 10 times more confident? And number one, count yourself in. I spoke with the woman about her first time doing satellite reporting as the national favorite rugby game. She was shaking her heels, standing on court side, and nervous to overtake her until she heard something familiar in her headset. And will be fine, and 3, 2, 1, you leave. And she performed with excellence, and the nurse managed to raise it on a net. And a former basketball player used to perform it to cost by the clock, and the status remains true. Cutting to get you started, and momentum will keep you going. I have used this technique. I had more uncomfortable conversations, and then I care to record what I want to share with you today. I wish to remember standing on the 1-minute strike on the basketball field 40 minutes before the game time, and looking at the opposite manager and his team wearing the one color uniform. And I wanted to turn and run back up to my office and hide, but instead I faced him and head on, and I said, my dear. 3, 1, go, and I started working towards him. And when I arrived, I had read a comfortable conversation about his team wearing a strong color, and yes, I uttered this prayer went to change. And I was so awake when I asked myself, who am I and how do I behave? And the answers were that I am a person who's not too shy to stand up for what I believe, what is right, and stand up to conflict. And cutting to me started the momentum to keep me going. And number 2, what if you only had to be raised? And for a total of 20 seconds, I give yourself 20 seconds of courage. And this behavior has helped me enormously, and when I published my podcast, Leadership is Female, and both the time are all the words to see here. and critical neck, and I vividly remember sitting on the carpet of my closet, lying, holding my computer, and looking at the upload button, and thinking to myself, need any more edits? Should I listen to it one more time? And I told myself, Elimate gives yourself 20 seconds of courage. And I hit button silent is well done. And get worse, I keep listening to the words keep turning. And the podcast ruined what is want to be, or because 20 seconds of courage. Number 3. Take a seat at the table. Not metaphorically speaking. Actually take a seat at the table. I spoke with a woman who represents some of the biggest names in the basketball, and she told me a story about taking a seat at the table. And she noted women waiting around the edge of the room and waiting for the seat to be filled, and worse if she yet do it too. And in order to become a more confident woman, and that she envisioned herself to be, she needed to go sit down, determined in getting you done. And that started with one simple action, taking a seat at the table. Number 4. Cheer for other people's success. This is that the movement will turn up the ladder behind us. What if you did it? What if you extended your hand back to lead her forward? What if you celebrated the success of a colleague, and rather than feeling sorry of yourself that is not you, accept the sadness? And confident people celebrate success of others, and rather than feeling threatened. Think of this great quote from Nick Pollard. Good for her, not for me. It turns that pit in the stomach of oh. She did that, and I'm still here, and says yes, good for us, not for me. This is her celebration, not mine. And when my time comes, isn't gonna be great to have the support of so many people around me, and we start so much better celebrated together. Join in, cheer someone else on. And here's number 4 in action. Recently, a woman was promoted to chief marketing officer of the major sport league of the offered interviewed and ultimately landed a job. Come after the public celebration in sincere congratulatory story to the newly named female legal president. Confident people support those around them and cheered for someone else's success. Number 5. Luster your confidence for a new activity. For your already great performance in order. What are you really good at? What is easier today than it was 1 year ago? What is your most proud accomplishment? Answer the questions and think about those answers. Those answers is where your confidence is born. Confidence is born in all we already done and already achieved. Recently, a woman I interviewed on the latest episode of Gamer Podcast was going after a big promotion at the top team. Before she went to speak to her boss, she reviewed her current job description, made notes of her accolades in all areas mentioned, and then were fed with the symbols and the confidence of success she had in the past. She got the promotion. Use your prior success to report your forward. And number 6. Celebrate constantly. How often do we reach your goals and then just immediately move on? When we do this, the recollection of that success is diminished. How can we confidently move forward if we can't remember what we achieved or yet link that accomplishment to stress? 5 ways to celebrate that are meaningful to you. Links create and highlight reel in your cell phone of your most proud accomplishments. Take your team down, celebrate stories, bring someone close to videos, buy yourself a message or maybe order a pizza. And when you reach your personal goals, and it doesn't matter how you celebrate, and it matters that you do this. We'll create a master in your brain to revise and reinforce the behavior that leads to success. And in the first place, I come a long way. And from the girl who couldn't order pizza into a woman who came nearer and a major legal basketball team deliver a text talk, all because I made a decision to become a confident person. And I hope you do too, because how many friends could you trust if you were 10 times more confident? Thank you.